There we are. Oh, my screen, there we go. Went dark for a second there. Hi guys, how are you? It's Mrs. Demas here. Like I have to tell you my name, right? We are entering the week of May 11th. I hope you guys all had a lovely Mother's Day yesterday with your moms and said Happy Mother's Day to your mom and gave her a big hug, and hopefully you made her a nice, beautiful acrostic poem. Speaking of acrostic poems, you guys rocked the acrostic poems last week. I was going to pull up a couple and show you because I tweeted a lot. I didn't even tweet all of them. There were so many. I couldn't even keep up with all the emails coming in last week of all the beautiful acrostic poems coming in. So here are a couple of them. Well, this is not an acrostic poem. This is a beautiful, beautiful card. Hang on. Oh, okay, whenever I try and show foam things, it's hard to show. Maybe I won't show. Maybe I'll have to keep it back like this. Two screens working together. Not so much. Okay, maybe I can't show screens. This might not work. Maybe I'll have to do it back here. Maybe not. So E and H, beautiful job. And you might just have to ask your parents to look on Twitter if you want to see what I'm trying to show you here. Because E and H and his sister, Elise, you can kind of see it a little bit, did a beautiful job showing off Ian's spring acrostic poem. Look how cute. That is adorable. So there's those poems that I was going to show you. Anjali made me a beautiful, beautiful teacher appreciation card. Thank you for all the lovely notes, you guys. I had a million notes last week. So nice. Some emails, just lovely and beautiful, you guys. And it just, of course, made me miss you guys more because I'm already missing you so much and missing our classroom, and I've already told you everything about it. I've talked to a couple parents last week, quite a few actually, and emailed everyone's parent, you know, emailing, and telling all of them the same thing. Hugs to my students and tell them I miss them and all of that. And everyone's doing the same thing. We're all missing the same things about school, of course. Noelle did a beautiful Mason poem. Here it is. And again, a little bit hard to see, but there's a Mason moose right there that she did. Many hands, one Mason. Amazing, super outstanding. It's beautiful. Meadow did 3 beautiful poems, and they're going to be hard to see. I'm sorry, because screen to screen, not so much, doesn't work so well. Yeah, you can't really see them that well. You can't see them at all, sorry. But you might just have to ask your parents, can I please get on Twitter and just look at Mrs. Demas's feed? And there's all stuff that I've posted from you guys. They're beautiful. Or if you go to hashtag Mason Learners, tell your parents that's all of the Mason Learners, not just you guys. My feed is just you guys. But Mason Learners is everybody. Noelle did a beautiful job doing her acrostic poem. Oh, and there she is right there. Beautiful. See, that one you can see really well. Dark colors work best. Beautiful. Oh, that's Willa's. I'm sorry. Noelle's and Willa's I did on the same post. Willa, that's your poem. Beautiful job. Oh, Teddy's going nuts. He wants to go upstairs and see Lauren. Sorry, Teddy, you're stuck with me for now. How did you guys like the bushy mustache last week? It was a great story, right, for Cinco de Mayo? How about this guy? I think E and H, I think you should grow a bushy mustache when you get older. That was a great look for you. That was so adorable. I loved it. Alec did that when he was young too. It was adorable. The yucks, the yays and yucks. I got a lot of yays and yuck notes. And this you won't be able to see because it's handwritten, but you guys did a beautiful job on the yays and the yucks. Ben, you made a great fort. Look at this fort Ben did with his couch. I'm sure your mother appreciated that and said, put that back together. But hey, that was a great reading place, I bet. That was nice and cozy. I would fall asleep if I did that. So that's a great idea. Jacob, look at these from when Mrs. Green did her lesson on geometry and making geometry and polygon shapes out of household things. That's awesome. So, beautiful job. You guys are doing an excellent job on your work. This is hard to see. I'm not going to try and show you that. You won't be able to see it. This is the last one because I know you'll be able to see it. Willa and her little sister, Nellie, made, there we go, a rocket to do their Dear Time reading in. How awesome is this? That's beautiful. On that beautiful day that we had. Okay, so this week. Okay, so that was our shout outs. I have a million shout outs to do. I will do them next time for Lexia and for Raz Kids. You guys are doing an excellent job on Lexia and on Raz Kids. The iknowit.com I have to get on and look at today because I have a feeling I'm going to have to bump some people up to their multiplication skills because they have achieved 100% for plus minus. Remember, some people think, oh, plus minus, Mrs. Demas, it's so easy. But you have to achieve 90 to 100% on my data to be bumped up to multiplication division. And multiplication and division are mixed. It's not just multiplication. It's multiplication and division, okay? So we are moving on to introduction to multiplication skills, not this week, but starting, I think, next week, the 18th or the 25th, I'm not sure, where you do arrays, which is single lines of groups. Teddy's playing with his toys down there. And you'll start talking about even groups being added together because what is multiplication? Repeated addition. So we'll get into all of that once we get into that lesson, okay? So, iknowit.com, Reflex Math, you guys are doing an excellent job. The Reflex Math is what I was talking about. You have to be 90 to 100% proficient to get bumped up to multiplication. The iknowit.com, I do 7 to 10 skills. Just do as much as you can. Some people do all 10. Some people just do 5. Do whatever you can, okay? Raz Kids, rocking it. Listen to that guy being noisy. He knows Lauren's upstairs. She just got home. Lexia, beautiful job. Some people haven't logged in a while. They were logging in at first a ton, and now it's slowing down a little bit. Maybe because the weather's a little nicer outside. So I'll kind of keep an eye on that, and maybe I'll email you and say, hello, did you forget about Lexia? So keep an eye on that. Make sure you're logging in just about 15 or 20 minutes a day on Lexia or Raz Kids, one or the other. You don't have to do both for 20 minutes a day, but pick one or the other. So last week we did acrostic poetry. Beautiful job on the acrostics, like I showed you. This week we're switching gears and we're going to do shape poems. Now shape poems are a ton of fun because you pick a shape, you write some description words or some description phrases, and there's a couple videos for you to watch first, and then there's an adjective video for you to watch, okay? The adjective video, I feel like we've talked about adjectives before. Hang on, let me get Teddy a toy so he stops making a ruckus behind me. Here, Teddy. Do you want this? Here, you can have that, because I know you'll want that boat, and then you'll stop making a fuss. Sorry about that, guys. So adjectives, we have nouns, are person, places, or things. Things that we can touch are a noun, like I'm touching my phone, it's a noun. Verbs are your action words, running, talking, singing, reading, like I just did my reading video. Adjectives are your description words, okay? For example, my shirt is green and has stripes. What are my 2 description words? Green and stripes, okay? So you're going to have a little video about adjectives, and then you're going to have 2 shape poem videos. Now I feel like shape poems, you guys will have an easy time with this because everyone knows how to draw. You guys have had a lot of drawing videos that we've done, and you're all really good at describing things. We've done I Spy where you do size, shape, and color. So this should be easy for you, right? I have a couple that I'm going to show you, okay? The videos. There are some examples. In fact, I'm looking. There's a shape poem 1. There's a shape poem 2 with some examples. And then there is fuzzy in my mouth. There's an adjective video link. So you have 3 teaching videos to watch this week besides listening to me for a Monday morning meeting. Okay? And then there is the reading video. And then the last thing I'll talk to you in a second about. Okay, so shapes. So I didn't draw one this week because I'm not a very good drawer. So I a little bit borrowed from the internet, okay? So here's what I borrowed. I did a whale first. I'm gonna hold it up so you can see it. Oops, hang on, this is too big at the top. Let me fold that down. I should have cut that so it's not so big. Okay, so it says, let me get a pointer here for you. I can't read and hold at the same time. I'm not coordinated that way, okay? The big blue whale is not a fish. You could not keep it in a dish. It's rhyming. A bathtub would not do at all. A swimming pool is much too small. You would not want to pay the bill for 40 million little krill, because they eat krill, remember? That you would need to buy each day if Big Blue Whale came to stay. Now it's upside down because they're still writing. It's bigger than a dinosaur and would not fit through your front door. Its home is the salty sea with krill for breakfast, lunch, and tea. That's cute. So not only did they, tripping over my tongue, not only did they do phrases to describe the whale, but they also did rhyming. So they did a rhyming shape poem. So they got like double points as far as I'm concerned. Okay, see how they did words going all around the shape of the whale. That is a shape poem. Now I would also take a light color and shade it in on the inside, not covering up my words though. Okay, so there's one example. That is a really good example of a shape whale poem. Okay, the second example that I have to share is a smelly one. Remember I told that joke on some of our hangouts. Oh, that was so much fun seeing you guys on hangouts, the ones that came to our hangouts this week, the small group hangouts. What did the left eye say to the right eye? Something smells between us. Get it? Your nose smells. Ha ha ha. So speaking of something smelly, this is a little bit different. It's a cleat. This looks like Alex's football cleat, which really smells bad. And these are different phrases. I like running. Sports, jumping, kicking, shooting, passing. Now these are kind of a lot of verbs. Are you noticing that? And he just keeps repeating. I like sports, running, kicking, jumping, passing. So this person, I'm assuming it's a he, it could be a she actually, just keeps repeating the same sentence over and over throughout the whole cleat. I like sports. And then they do action words, kicking, jumping, passing. So that's one way to do it. Okay? Or you could do running, jumping, kicking, passing, smelly, colorful, soccer, baseball, football, like the sports that you would play wearing a cleat. Okay? So, and I like how they did the laces, like the extra details. That looks great. So you're kind of getting the hang of and some ideas in your mind maybe of what, because of course this week, what are you going to be asked to do? Some shape poems, okay? And then I would love to see them. I have two more. The first one, snails. And this is a little poem. So it's a little bit different. Let it focus for a second. Snails. And it just gives description words. Slippery, slimy slugs and snails slide along on silvery trails. So it's like a little alliteration poem. They all start with S. We haven't really talked about alliteration that much, but it's when everything starts with the same letter. So this letter is S. And look at the little snail. Pretty cute, right? So that's a different variation of a shape poem. A little bit different, but still in a shape. Okay, so there's an example. And then the last one I pulled because you guys have a lot of cats. I'm noticing we met a couple of cats when we did our small hangouts. My face is really up close there. I had to back up a little bit. Everyone had their cat. I noticed when we did our hangouts and when we did our introduce your pet. You guys have cats. So I pulled up a cat shape poem. It says, soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. Happy kitty, sleepy kitty, purr, purr, purr. How cute is that? I'll read it again. It was so cute. Look at the outline. I'll show it to you first. See? So instead of going around the shape, how did they do theirs? Inside the shape. That's pretty cute. Okay? So you can do that. Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. Happy kitty, sleepy kitty, purr, purr, purr. So you could also change that and do a puppy or a dog, and you can do, or your bird. Some of you have birds. Birds in your house. You can change it and do your animal or whatever you want and put the words inside the shape. Okay? So there's lots of different ways to do shape poetry rather than just a shape and have it going around the outside. You can do it inside the shape also. A little bit different. Okay? So pick which way you're going to do your shape. Pick which shape you're going to do. Listen to your adjectives, watch the adjective video, and choose your adjectives or your description words. You can do words, you can do phrases, short little sentences. You can make it rhyme, but do you have to? No, you can do whatever you want. It's your poem. Email them to me. I would love to see them. I would love to post them on Twitter under #MasonLearners so we can post them. I just assume it's okay to post stuff. If there's something you don't really want posted, tell your parents, tell me that on the email. So-and-so doesn't really want this posted. And guess what? That's okay. If you just want me to see it, I love that. That's okay. All right? I think that's it. That's it for our shape poetry. Oh, no, it's not. I had one more thing. There is something else on letter D under classroom happenings. It's called a Google Slide class project, okay? So we're gonna do a slide project, Google Slide project. So here's all you do. You click on the link that says class project. This week's topic, we have a topic. Every person in our class has one slide, and I'm gonna show it to you in a second. I already did my slide. It's very easy to do, okay? You're only allowed to work on your slide only. You're not allowed to get on someone else's slide, okay? Only yours, okay? So you click on your slide. You only edit, which means change. You only edit and do your slide, okay? So here's I'm gonna flip my screen. So here is what your parents see when I email them, okay? You see that? Hello. Okay, so now you're going to click on Class Slides Project, okay? See what happens here? If you wrote a book, what would it be about? Okay, now look over on the side part, which you can't see. There you go. See the side to the left, to the left, to the left? There's my slide. My slide is number 2. The cover is blue. That's number 1. Okay? My slide is number 2. So I'm going to click on only my slide. Click. Okay, here's my slide. You see it? Sorry, I'm bouncing you around a little bit because I'm using my iPad too. Mrs.Demas, there's my class or my family, and there are my 2 dogs. It says, if I wrote a book, it would probably be a nonfiction biography about my life. I would write about my experiences with Lauren and Alec, and of course Finn and Teddy. I would include what it's like to be a mom and a teacher. I think it would be fun to include photographs too. Okay? So you have to have some sort of picture or pictures included in your slide. Okay? Which means they have to come from your computer or whatever you're working on, or you can just upload them from the internet. So I'm going to use Enzo's as my example, okay? Because he's number 1 in our classroom, and he's number 3 on the slide list. So can you see what I'm doing here without bouncing you around and making you sick to your stomach, right? So if I go to slide, under the yellow is slide 3, Enzo, okay? So, Enzo, yours is all white, okay? Go to background. Can you see where I'm at? Background, color. Now what if Enzo, and I'll change it back, Enzo, don't worry. What if Enzo decides he likes red? Oh, whoa, that's really dark. I'm going to change that red, Enzo. I'm going to go way lighter. Done. Okay, maybe he doesn't like that. Can you go back? Sure, background. What if Enzo says, nope, let's do light green instead? Done. Okay, so there's one thing he can do. He can click on his name, go like this, change the font, just like we do in the computer lab. I always use this Comic Sans. Done. He can put whatever he wants. Remember, you guys can choose whatever font you want. Now, click to add subtitle. This is where you're going to add your text. What do you want to say about your family? What book would you can copy like, well, you can use like the start that I did. If I wrote a book, it would be. Tell me what kind of book you're going to write. It is up to you. You can print whatever, you can type whatever you want, okay? So, Enzo, I'm not going to leave that green there, don't worry. But up here is where you'll do all of your editing, okay? If you want to add a picture, you go Insert, Image, Upload from Computer. Sorry, I can't see what I'm doing, so I'm bouncing around a lot. Okay. Now, I have a million photos. Here's, can you see what I'm doing? Here's photos. Voila. Oh, now, if I go to, these are all Lauren in her cap and gown, but I do, just coincidentally, have the cutest guy here. Look at this guy. Huh. So Enzo, what if I need to trim this? Because it's taking up my whole slide. I can go like this and make it smaller and then move it in the corner and go like this. And Enzo, if you want, I can leave it there, and if you just click on it, you can delete it if you don't want it there. Okay, so now Enzo, I'm talking right to you. I'll leave that there because it's adorable. And if you don't want it, if you want a picture of your family or your pets, that's fine too. You can change it. I love that picture though, so I'm going to leave it there. Okay, I will change the green and I'll make it white again so you can put whatever color you would like there. Okay, so that, oh, what happened to my color? That is our Google Slides project. Okay, and again, click on your link only. Do not work on anyone or on your slide only. Don't be all over anyone else's slide because it says your name on it. Okay, there's one for everyone. Whoever's slide is not having work done on it, I'll know someone's not doing their work. Okay, so if you have any questions, email me. Have your parents email me if you're having problems with it. It just kind of works like a PowerPoint presentation, so you just have to mess with it at the top. And if you make a mistake, very quickly, if you make a mistake, all you do is go to this oops button right here. Whoops, undo it. And you just click on undo, and then it'll go back to where you were. Okay, and it'll just fix it like, oh, made a mistake. There, see? And it just bounced back. Oh, made a mistake. It'll bounce it back. No big deal. Okay, easy to fix a mistake. Okay, all right. Whew. That is all I have for you this week. Shape poems. Lots of shout outs. You guys are rocking all of your home learning. I'm so proud of you. I miss you guys, of course, so much. I hope you're getting outdoors as much as you can. I hope you're saying thank you to your parents. I hope you had a beautiful Mother's Day with your mom. And I think that's it for now. All right, you guys. Mwah. I miss you guys so much. I'm giving you an imaginary hug from a distance, okay? I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Mwah, mwah. Bye.